Woo, here it comes. With the 32nd pick in the NFL draft, the Chiefs select Josh Simmons.
With the 32nd pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, tackle, Ohio State.
The main thing is they've reported the medicals are clean. So if they think the medicals are clean, then okay. We're talking, you got a guy that I literally thought could go somewhere between 15, 18, somewhere in that range. We got him at 32 and gained a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
So it's a win regardless, right?
And look, you wanted Luther Burden and you wanted that to go to the passing attack, but again, you do have to protect Mahomes.
You don't need it. You don't have to have that.
Well, you do have to protect Mahomes first and foremost. He's got to be able to throw the ball. And then after that, there are a lot of good wide receivers in this draft down the board. If you want something like that, you can always, we were talking about drafting an Isaiah Nair in the 7th round, and that dude's flat out 4.4 speed, and he's 6'3". So you've got options to do it. Luther Burden felt like he was just like prime Brett Veach's wet dream of a wide receiver. Like, it just felt like it. But how many times can you go to that well? And you just did it with Xavier Worthy last year.
Here's the thing. I'm not mad at the pick. I'm not mad at the pick whatsoever. I think you have to look at it objectively. That was our biggest problem, right? I mean, it was nationally known after the Super Bowl, hey, we had problems with the offensive line. We have a problem with left tackle. We've not been able to find a freaking left tackle for Patrick Mahomes. We have the best quarterback to ever play effing football, and we haven't been able to get him a left tackle. Okay, so what do? Brett Veach likes to overcompensate, so he went and got Jalen Moore, and he got this 1st round draft pick. So maybe he's trying to make sure he don't miss. Like, hey, if this don't work out, I got this to fall back on. Like it's just kind of a safety net, correct? So I'm not mad at the pick whatsoever. And I think that there are a lot of weapons that they can use in the offense still yet to be drafted. I mean, there's a lot of different things that can happen here. The Chiefs could end up trading back up in the 2nd round. They could hang out and maybe catch somebody at the end of the 2nd. I think this is a good, like, it's not like an exciting, like, oh, like the greatest pick ever or anything. Like, not super horn, but at the same time, I'm happy with it. It's a good pick. I think you did what you had to do, and you gained a 5th round pick in the process.
Yeah, I think the fact that you gained the 5th, that worked out a little better just sitting at 31, and you got at least the 5th round now. Look, well, we talked about this. We went through countless draft exercises, Steve, where we thought that you were going to get to the end of the 1st round and you were going to be looking at possibly Josh Simmons, but more than likely it was going to be like Josh Connerly. And if you didn't get that, you were either had to be sold on Ariante Ursery in round 2, or you may not get a top tier offensive tackle in this draft. So right. I felt like the Chiefs had to almost do it because at this point, I guess they just wasn't big on Ursery. And I was trying to tell people that I feel like Ursery kind of has hit his ceiling already in a way, and he's kind of big and he's a little slow, and I think he can be beat a lot in the NFL. So I believe that they think that they can let Simmons develop. He don't have to be rushed back, and it's possible they got a top 15 guy that if he don't get injured this year, he could have been top 15, right? So you may get a guy there, and now you got him at the end of the 1st round, and we don't ever get a chance to get a left tackle that high. So maybe that's just why they did it, and they're like, look, we can get a wide receiver at any point.
Well, I mean, here's the thing about it. So, and you guys can follow suit and put your grade for Brett Veach in the chat.
Yeah, let's do some grades.
So I think overall, looking at what the Chiefs needed, what their biggest hole was, and what the biggest problem was, what most people expected the Chiefs to do, and the value they were able to get, if you just go ahead, the medicals are clean. Let's just not even talk about medicals, right? Because they're clean.
Let's take them at face value. They're fine.
I can't give it less than an A to A minus. I just can't do it.
Getting the 5th round pick back, Steve, it's almost an A+ with the value.
You get the 5th round pick. You get a pick of a left tackle, which everybody's wanted and said we have to have, not just fans, but also analysts and everybody else that's ever watched Chiefs play football, had to have the left tackle, right? They get exactly that. They get a guy that I thought should have been around the 15 to 18 mark in the draft at pick 32 and gained the 5th round pick. I don't think you can grade it less than an A. unless you're just like, if you look at it from a different lens and you're like, well, with Luther Burden sitting there and what he could bring to the team offensively with a stale ass offense, then I don't like it as much. So I'm going to drop it down a little bit. And if that's what you say, then that's fair. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to knock them for not taking a certain position, because I've been saying the whole time that Brett Veach put himself in a position to where if the guy that was at the top of his board, it didn't matter what position it was, he could take him. And I think that's exactly what he did. I think he just had Josh Simmons graded higher than Luther Burden. And if that's what it was, then so be it.
Steve, I think it's a solid A. The 5th round pick, getting that back was huge.
Yeah,
Look,
absolutely.
You got a 5th round pick for
killer.
giving up Jihad Campbell, and I don't think he was on our board. It was fine. I think that you give it an A. It would have been nice to have Burden, but look, you've got other options. I think the Chiefs, honestly, one of the winners of the day.
But we have a comment from Jack. Where did it go? I just want to hit it real quick. I done lost it. Jack Crack.
Jack
He said, I just
it.
feel like we could end up with a lemon because he fell for a reason. And I think that is the thing that's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
So I said Josh Simmons clear medicals is 15 to 18, somewhere in that range is where he would be at. These guys that I just read you about, the Big Ten guys, said, hey, medicals are clear. This guy could be an elite left tackle in the NFL. He's a day one starter. He's Pro Bowl talent.
So if medicals are clear, Steve, why didn't another team take a shot on him?
Yes, if his medicals are clear, then why did he get passed up on for his running mate who played right tackle to his left?
And filled in at left tackle when he got injured.
Right. He played second fiddle to Josh Simmons at OSU, but then he got drafted before him. Also, Josh Connerly Jr. also is not better
on film
than Josh Simmons. There was a few that can make you scratch your head. So what is that's the elephant in the room, right? Why, or what made him fall? What made him fall all the way to 32 and be that easy?
Did Brett Veach just get lucky?
Yeah, that's so weird. It's weird to think about, like, because we were talking about if the Chiefs wanted Josh Simmons, they were trading up. They traded down and got him.
Yeah, everybody thought that. How many times did we hear, Steve, Chiefs have got to trade up and get Josh Simmons? You got to do it.
It's kind of one of those things where, like, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That's what you're taught your entire life. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, a guy that you thought you had to trade up to maybe get because we needed a left tackle so bad, you got to trade back, gain a 5th round pick, and still get him?
And then what kind of sucks?
Yeah, man.
What kind of sucks is the people that are going to be a little harsh on this, you're going to get told that you just need to trust Brett Veach and that you're not a real fan. You're going to get told that you're going to get gaslit over this. So I think it's a fair point. I see it both ways, but I will trust Brett Veach at face value. But I have to say this. I don't know how maybe medicals were cleared with our team and maybe other doctors didn't clear their medicals. So maybe we just trust our doctors more. We did seem to clear Trey Smith when nobody else would. I think it's pretty decent. I think Dade Brugler, who does draft stuff, had him as a top 20 prospect. So, I mean, think about it. We get a guy that if he don't hurt himself, he's probably top 10, top 15. He's a top 20 prospect as he's set right now with the injury. He's going to be cleared by camp to play. Jalen Moore, again, is only on a 2-year deal. He's going to be 30 after the 2-year deal. I think it's a win-win no matter which way you go.
Well, yeah,
I like the pick. I give Brett Veach an A+. And when you put that 5th round pick back on it.
Exactly. I was going to say, if you set your feelings aside and you don't go with one of your my guys, like a lot of people would love to see Luther Burden. I mean, hell, we were over here chanting, like, let's get him.
We wanted Luther Burden. We just wanted to be right at the draft. Let's be honest.
Yeah, sort of. But at the same time, it's just like, you have to give Veach an A. If you're being objective, you have to give him an A. He got exactly what he needed, a high-level guy that dropped, so you got great value on him, and you gained your 5th round draft pick back. I think it's a win-win. There's no way you rate it less than an A unless you're just, it's just sour grapes, right?
Yeah.
But we appreciate you guys being here. Thanks so much for everybody that donated and hung out with us all night. You guys are freaking awesome. Thanks so much. 4.5 hours. Been crazy, been wild. We'll be back tomorrow with coverage of round 2, so be on the lookout. I think that starts at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, so you might be with Mike a little bit longer than you were today.
Oh, dang. I'm back again tomorrow by myself.
Yeah, for a little bit.
I might try to pull in a special guest for about an hour and a half. You think I can pull something off?
Whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter.
I might see what I can get for tomorrow.
I think you do a good job by yourself, too. I do.
People said I was a little slow because I'm doing 17 things at once.
They'll get over it. It'll be okay. I appreciate all you guys. We'll see you tomorrow night. Go Chiefs. A for Veach.
5th round pick. That's an A+.
Wow.